Chosen one, you are entering a transformation so profound that even you will be astonished when you look back at who you once were. I want you to pause in this moment, not because you should fear what is coming, but so that you may recognize that a great door is opening and that you must pass through it with discernment, faith, and a willing heart. You are no longer the person who easily doubted your worth, nor are you still bound by former failures, wounds, or judgments. A new spiritual identity is being formed within you, stronger without becoming hardened, wiser without becoming proud, and more peaceful without becoming passive. What is happening is not a temporary disturbance or a passing emotion. It is a necessary transformation that will enable you to enter the next stage of your journey with clear eyes, a steadfast heart, and an inner strength you have never fully recognized before. I know there have been days when you felt as though you were standing between two shores, unable to return to who you once were, yet still unable to see clearly who you were becoming. That period of transition left you weary, confused, and sometimes convinced that everything had slowed down. Yet, beloved child, silence does not mean you have been forgotten, and waiting does not mean you are walking in the wrong direction. Some works can only be completed in stillness. Some roots must grow deep before branches can rise high. In the same way, what is being built within you requires a foundation strong enough to ensure that future blessings do not overwhelm you, lead you astray, or cause you to lose yourself. I am teaching you how to carry great things with composure, how to receive success while remaining humble, and how to walk in the light without forgetting the days when you once passed through darkness. Every prayer you spoke through tears, every sigh you could not put into words, and every question you kept hidden because you feared others would not understand has been known. Not one of your tears was meaningless. Not one long night was completely empty. And not one attempt to rise again was overlooked. The moments when you appeared weakest taught you that strength does not come from never falling, but from continuing to choose what is good after you have been wounded. You learn to remain silent instead of arguing, to walk away instead of trying to prove yourself, and to forgive without returning to the places that caused you pain. Those lessons are becoming maturity within you, helping you no longer react from fear, no longer allow temporary emotions to govern your decisions, and no longer surrender authority over your future to outside voices. Therefore, do not be alarmed when certain people begin to distance themselves, or when relationships that were once familiar suddenly feel strange. Not every departure is a loss. Some separations are gentle forms of liberation, and some doors close to prevent you from continuing into a space that has become too narrow for your growth. As you change, what was suitable only for your former self will not always be able to continue with you. You do not need to resent, cling to, or diminish yourself in order to preserve connections that have already completed their purpose. Be grateful for the good that once existed. Learn from what was incomplete, and then move forward in peace. Those who are truly meant for your new journey will not ask you to abandon your growth merely to make them comfortable. They will respect the light within you, support your healthy choices, and rejoice when they see you becoming aligned with the dignity placed within you. I also know that your thinking is changing in ways that are difficult for you to explain. Things that once excited you no longer hold the same attraction. Meaningless conversations leave you tired. Noisy places that once helped you forget the emptiness now cause you to long for stillness. This is not a sign that you are becoming cold or distant. It is evidence that you are learning to value your time, concentration, and peace. You are beginning to understand that not every invitation must be accepted. Not every argument deserves your participation. And not every opportunity is aligned with your path. Maturity is helping you become more selective about what you receive, whom you walk beside, and where you place your trust. When you learn to protect the purity within you, you will no longer be so easily drawn back into former cycles. The version of you that struggled to believe cannot accompany you into the place awaiting you. Therefore, the layers of fear, insecurity, and dependence are being removed little by little. At times, that process makes you uncomfortable because you became so accustomed to living within limitations that those limitations began to feel like shelter. You once called delay caution, called diminishing yourself humility, and called fear of change safety. But now you are learning to distinguish true peace from false security. True peace enables you to move forward even when you cannot see the entire road, while false security keeps you in familiar places even when they no longer nourish you. I am reminding you that courage does not mean you no longer tremble. It means you continue moving when you know that what is right is waiting ahead. From this day forward, look at yourself with new eyes. Do not continue calling yourself by names born from failure. Do not define yourself by what others have done to you. You are not the rejection you once received, the opportunity you once missed, or the mistake for which you repented and made amends. You are someone who is learning, growing, and being prepared to use former experiences as a source of wisdom. Healed wounds will become places from which you know how to support others. Seasons of loneliness will help you recognize the value of sincere relationships. The times you had to begin again will free you from fear of new beginnings. Every part of your journey can be transformed into understanding, compassion, and strength when you no longer continue living as a victim of the past. Be patient with yourself during the days when you still feel unsteady. Renewal does not take place in only one moment. It is established through many small choices. Each time you refuse to return to an old habit, you strengthen the new person within you. Each time you remain calm instead of reacting impulsively, you are growing. Each time you rest instead of driving yourself into exhaustion, you are learning to value yourself. Each time you speak the truth in love, establish healthy boundaries, and leave a place where you are not respected, you confirm that you understand your worth. Do not underestimate these quiet steps of progress. A new life is formed not only through great decisions, but also through small actions repeated faithfully. I want you to enter this new chapter without carrying the burden of proving yourself to everyone. You do not need to announce that you have changed. Time, your behavior, and your peace will speak for you. Those who once underestimated you may be surprised, and those who misunderstood you may begin to reconsider. But do not make your purpose the desire to cause them regret. Grow because it is right, not because you want to win a comparison. Succeed without nurturing a desire for revenge. Shine without needing to dim anyone else. When you preserve a pure heart amid the good things that are coming, you will not only receive blessings, but will also possess the character needed to protect and use them rightly. Beloved child, the good things that have been waiting were not delayed because you lacked worth, but sometimes time was required for you to become steady enough to carry them. Now you are drawing closer to that readiness. Release what has ended. Receive the lesson that has been completed. And trust the person gradually emerging within you. Before long, you will look back and realize that the losses that once broke your heart actually opened the way to freedom. That the silent seasons that once confused you taught you how to listen. And that the rejections that once caused you to doubt yourself redirected you toward a more suitable place. I am here to remind you that you are not disappearing. You are being renewed. You are not losing yourself. You are rediscovering the true person who had been hidden beneath fear and pain. Continue moving forward, my child, because the person you are becoming will no longer live with a bowed head before the past, but will advance with discernment, kindness, and a steadfast faith unlike anything you have known before. Before continuing, pause for a moment and receive what I am placing within your heart, because this reminder has not come to confuse you, but to help you understand the movements you have quietly sensed. I want you to look back calmly, without judging too quickly and without blaming yourself for having trusted too deeply. Some things only become clear when you are mature enough to observe them with discernment. Unusual silences, changes in a person's tone, eyes, or attitude may be signals that help you adjust your steps. You do not need to be afraid, because truth received in peace becomes a lamp that protects you. You are not weak when you recognize that something is unsettled. You are learning to love yourself through awareness, self-respect, and a heart that is no longer easily guided by appearances. You have been preserved for a meaningful journey. And because of this, the light within you often attracts attention. Some people draw near because they genuinely value you, desire to walk beside you, and rejoice when they see you progress. Yet others may be attracted to the peace, ability, or opportunities you carry, while their motives are not entirely pure. I do not say this so that you will distrust everyone, because blind suspicion will close your heart. I only want you to distinguish between those who respect you and those who desire to control, compare themselves with, or diminish you. A sincere person does not become uncomfortable when you grow, cold when you succeed, or cause you to feel guilty for moving forward. A person with distorted intentions often reveals themselves through small reactions, words spoken half in jest and half in seriousness, unexpected distance, an unkind look, or a desire to pull you back toward an older version of yourself that was easier to control. When you notice a change in the way someone speaks, behaves, or reacts to your growth, acknowledge it calmly instead of denying your own perception. Perhaps they were accustomed to you always yielding, remaining silent, or trying to please them. When you begin establishing boundaries, saying no, and choosing what is healthier, quiet resistance may appear. It may come through ridicule, an uncooperative attitude, questions that cause you to doubt yourself, or distance that makes you feel guilty. Do not treat these things as coincidence when they occur repeatedly and leave you exhausted. A healthy relationship may contain disagreement, but it will not continually drain you, silence your voice, or make you feel that you need permission to live according to your values. I allow you to recognize these signs, not so that you will confront them with anger, but so that you will know how to step back, observe carefully, and protect your inner resources. Therefore, Remain tender, but do not lose your boundaries. Be kind, but do not become the place where others unload their insecurity. Listen, but do not allow anyone's words to determine who you are. Those who truly care for you will respect your development, even when it requires the relationship to change. They will not need you to remain small in order to feel important, nor will they need you to fail in order to feel secure. When someone is comfortable only while you doubt yourself, but becomes disturbed when you grow confident, you must see that clearly. You do not need to argue in order to prove yourself right. Sometimes the strongest answer is to reduce access. Stop over-explaining. Keep important plans private, and allow time to reveal the true nature of every relationship. Silence at the right moment is not weakness. It is how you preserve peace and refuse to give authority to chaos. When these words touch something you have sensed for a long time, you may write 111 as a reminder that you are choosing discernment instead of confusion, peace instead of impulsive reaction, and forward movement instead of returning to a place that drained you. But remember that a sign has meaning only when it leads you toward right action, keeping plans private, limiting what you share with those who have not earned your trust, giving time to people who respect you, and no longer apologizing for healthy boundaries. Protection does not always arrive through a door that suddenly slams shut. Sometimes it appears through a persistent uneasiness, a conversation that exposes what was concealed, or a change in the attitude of someone who can no longer control you. Do not betray discernment in order to preserve a disrespectful relationship, but neither should you allow caution to become bitterness. Leave what is unhealthy without retaliation. I will remind you gently, protect you through wisdom, and guide you toward relationships that value you without requiring you to abandon yourself. As a new door begins to open before you, the first thing I want you to preserve is not urgency, but discernment. Do not allow joy to make you impulsive, nor let sudden change overwhelm you and steal your calmness. Some precious things are not received with grasping hands, but with a listening heart, a discerning mind, and steps that know how to wait for the proper time. Look carefully at what is happening. Pay attention to the peace within you, and do not allow surrounding noise to pressure you into deciding before you understand what is being given. I did not lead you here so that you would touch a blessing only to drop it through lack of preparation. I brought you here so that you would know how to preserve it and walk in a manner worthy of what has been placed in your hands. Awareness is the protective boundary surrounding what is coming to you. When your mind is clear, you will recognize what is a genuine opportunity, what is a distraction, what urgency arises from fear, and what gentle reminder leads you back in the right direction. Anxiety often causes you to misunderstand what was meant for you, while peace enables you to see its true value. Therefore, do not allow old memories to control the way you enter something new. Former disappointments have no authority to determine your future, and previous misunderstandings cannot diminish the value I have seen within you. Let the past become a lesson, but do not turn it into chains. The road ahead requires maturity, courage, and unwavering faith. I am not raising you up for one brief moment, only to allow you to return to your former position. I am positioning you for an entire season in which what you learned quietly will become the foundation for greater responsibility. Therefore, your discipline must become stronger than temporary emotion. You cannot remain strong only when circumstances are favorable, You must maintain stability even when you do not yet understand the entire road ahead. There will be times when you feel you are entering an unfamiliar place, where relationships change, old doors close, and new opportunities arise in ways you never imagined. When that happens, do not quickly assume that you have become lost. Sometimes unfamiliarity is evidence that I am expanding your vision and drawing you beyond former limitations. You have endured too many trials to turn back merely because you are afraid. The nights when you had to remind yourself to continue, the days when you quietly did what was right, although no one was watching, and the moments when you maintained integrity amid injustice were not meaningless. I saw your perseverance, the times you chose silence instead of retaliation, and the moments when you remained kind despite your wounded heart. These things formed the strength you possess today. Therefore, do not view the present transition as a random arrangement. What is opening has not come to confuse you, but to confirm that the season of preparation has brought you closer to where you belong, a place where your presence matters and your voice is heard. In that new place, abilities that were once overlooked will find the right environment in which to flourish. Yet recognition is not a reason for pride. It is an invitation to live with greater responsibility. When others begin to see you, let them see your composure, compassion, and honesty. When your words begin to carry weight, use them to build, heal, and bring clarity into confused places. When you are given greater freedom to choose, do not forget the days when opportunities were scarce. That memory will help you preserve a tender heart and prevent you from turning away from those who are waiting to be supported. Every step of progress brings new challenges. The greater the door, the greater the responsibility, and the more necessary carefulness becomes. Therefore, do not let praise cause you to lose direction, and do not let doubt cause you to withdraw. Examine your motives. Maintain a life of integrity, and do not sacrifice peace in pursuit of something attractive only on the surface. Not every open door is one you must enter, and not every invitation aligns with your purpose. I will teach you to recognize what is right through stillness, clear signs, and a quiet inner assurance that does not need to display itself. When everything begins moving too quickly, stop, listen, and return to peace. You do not need to compete for what truly belongs to you, nor must you prove your worth by exhausting yourself. From this day forward, walk slowly but firmly, humbly without diminishing yourself, and strongly without hardening your heart. I am going before you to illuminate what must be seen, standing beside you to strengthen you, and remaining behind you to protect you. When you believe Jesus Christ is guiding you, reveal that faith through discernment, peace, and the way you live each day. I am not only opening a new season of abundance before you, I am also uprooting the former patterns that kept you circling through scarcity, fear, and self-imposed limitation. My child, the difficult years helped form endurance within you, but they have no authority to determine who you will become in the journey ahead. The times you were underestimated, the doors that once closed, the plans left unfinished, and the moments when you had to endure silently will no longer cast their shadows over your future. I am leading you away from a life focused only on survival and into one that possesses direction, peace, and the capacity to create what is good. I am not merely placing something more into your hands. I am renewing the way you see yourself, the way you manage what you possess, and the way you walk through the opportunities that are about to appear. However, you must understand that abundance is not only a reward, but also a stewardship. When I expand your influence, I also call you to greater wisdom, humility, and responsibility. Do not allow achievement to make you forget the days when you prayed for a way out. Do not allow praise to draw you away from the stillness that once helped you hear my guidance clearly. Some people receive more but become increasingly anxious because they begin placing their security in things that can be lost. But you must establish your foundation in me, so that regardless of how external circumstances change, you remain steadfast within. What I give you becomes a true blessing only when you use it with a pure heart, an alert mind, and hands willing to support others. Therefore, guard your heart against pride and comparison. Comparison may enter quietly, but it quickly steals joy and obscures the unique road I have appointed for you. When you stare too long at the success of others, you may forget that I am writing an entirely different story within your life. You do not need to follow anyone else's pace, nor must you prove your worth by competing with them. What I am preparing for you has its own rhythm, timing, and purpose. Some people become visible early, but must learn how to remain steady for the long journey. Others spend a long season in obscurity before emerging with maturity. You are being taught not only how to receive what is good, but also how to preserve it without losing peace. Precious relationships, or the gentle nature I have cultivated within you, remain close to me in every small decision, because great turning points often begin with choices that appear insignificant. When a door opens, do not ask only whether it offers immediate advantage. Ask whether it aligns with the person I am shaping you to become. When an offer excites you, do not allow emotion to carry you too far before peace confirms the direction. I do not want you to live in suspicion, but neither do I want you to act hastily because you fear missing an opportunity. What belongs to you will not require you to sacrifice purity, self-respect, or inner stability in order to obtain it. I can lead you into spacious places without requiring you to lose yourself. Therefore, maintain a calm pace. Observe carefully. Listen deeply. And do not dismiss the gentle reminders that arise within your heart. What I place in your hands is not intended to satisfy a brief moment, but to enable you to build something that can endure. I want you to create a strong foundation for your family, your work, the people entrusted to you, and the plans capable of bringing benefit far beyond yourself. True wealth is not measured only by numbers, but by your ability to live without being controlled by fear, to possess time for what matters, and to share generously without seeking praise. I am teaching you to govern what you receive rather than allowing it to govern you. You will learn when to advance, when to preserve, when to invest, and when to refuse. That wisdom will protect you from impulsive decisions and help the good things in your life continue growing through many seasons. There is also a reason I am teaching you to remain quiet during this period. Not everything being formed must be announced the moment it appears. Some seeds need to remain beneath the soil before they can emerge with strength. When you reveal every plan too quickly, you may unintentionally open the door for doubt, pressure, and unnecessary opinions to enter. Not everyone is able to understand what I am building within you, and not everyone needs to know every step you are taking. Discretion is not fear. It is the mark of someone who values what sacredly is being formed. Allow the results to speak at the proper time. When the appointed day comes, the transformation within you will become so evident that you will not need to explain very much. Others will see the peace, maturity, and lasting results I have produced through your life. That time will come. But for now, you must learn to trust my arrangement more than emotions that change from day to day. On some days you feel filled with hope, while on others you wonder whether you misunderstood or have waited too long. Do not use one weary day to deny the entire journey through which I have led you. Your emotions deserve to be heard, but they are not always reliable guides. When you become impatient, you will want to force the door open. When you become disappointed, you will want to return to the former road merely because it is familiar, but I am teaching you to remain still without surrendering, to wait without becoming pessimistic, and to continue preparing even when you cannot see results. Your patience today will help you avoid losing what is precious tomorrow. At this very moment, many things are being arranged beyond your sight. Relationships are being formed. Opportunities are being prepared. And obstacles are quietly being removed from the road ahead. You may not yet know the names of those who will walk beside you, which door will open, or how the turning point will arrive. But this does not mean nothing is happening. Silent seasons are not evidence that I have moved away from you. Often, they are precisely the times when I perform the deepest work. I am adjusting your direction, clarifying your motives, healing old wounds, and helping you recognize what truly aligns with you. If I gave you everything too soon, you might carry old fears into a new season and rebuild the very limitations I have just broken. Therefore, when you sense that something is moving, do not quickly doubt the sensitivity within you, the desire to live with greater discipline. Rearrange your priorities. Move away from relationships that drain you, and prepare for something greater is not a coincidence. I am awakening within you the ability to recognize a new season. Cooperate with that guidance through specific action. Complete what remains unfinished. Manage well what you already possess. Keep your promises. Learn what is necessary, and create room for new responsibilities. Do not wait until an opportunity appears before beginning to prepare, because your preparation today is evidence that you believe tomorrow can be different. Beloved child, I am not leading you into abundance so that you will become a different person, but so that the true beauty within you may be revealed more fully. I want you to enter the new season with clear eyes, clean hands, a humble heart, and courage no longer controlled by the past. Let the days of scarcity teach you appreciation, but do not allow them to keep you living in fear. Let rejection teach you perseverance, but do not allow it to close your heart. I am leading you into a more spacious place where you can both receive and give. Grow while preserving peace, and advance without losing tenderness. Continue walking with me, because what is approaching will not merely change your circumstances, it will demonstrate that every season of waiting, refinement, and quiet preparation carried a good purpose.